How y'all are this afternoon? This is your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range again. I just got done doing a muzzle loading video where I finally got this old crappy sidelock muzzleloader to shoot. What I wanted to do, and it dawned on me, a lot of young people watch this thing, and that makes me kind of responsible, because young people are interested in firearms, even adolescents, they watch this. And I made the first video I made, I couldn't get this gun to shoot. I got frustrated and I dropped the F-bomb. So, that's the end of that video. That goes over to B-roll. We'll do that at party. Make a party reel out of that one for private viewing. And I got to thinking, well, a lot of people out there find Papa's old muzzleloader and they get out and they try and shoot it. Okay, yeah, I can get with that. So let's get with that. What do you need? Well, you got a sidelock muzzleloader like this, kids. Okay. This is a bunching screw. This piece let's talk about nomenclature. Here's your hammer. This is your lock. This is the barrel. This is this round portion here on a more or less modern muzzleloader is called a bushon. Same thing as the fuse assembly on top of a hand grenade. It's a bushon. Sometimes referred to as, in American slang, as a bunching, or just a priming drum. It's got a screw right there. You should maintain that screw as well as you can, because when you can't get it to shoot, you can take that screw out of there and stick a fuse in there and fire it that way. Nipple is up here. You got a little nipple wrench. You can take that in and out and get that clean. Wedges on traditional guns, typically wedges or pins are what hold the stock to the barrel or the barrel to the stock. When this gun fires, it's firing straight back into the trunnion back here. So it doesn't take any real force to hold that barrel on there. It's not going to fly off unless you blow it up. This gun is designed to shoot probably a 300 grain projectile with about 80 grains of black powder behind it. Okay. I'm shooting about 38 grains of black powder with an undersized ball with a patch, just to be nice to the rifle, because I'm trying to get it seasoned in a little bit better. Now, I shoot black powder. All propellant powders have some risk, okay? So you have to use caution. I keep black powder I keep my bulk black powder to bring out to the field in powder horns. I've got 2 or 3 of these guys, and you can pick them up at the big box sporting goods store. You can also order them off eBay and Amazon and so forth, and they're real powder horns made out of a real, okay, so that's a good way to keep your powder. I don't like keeping it in metal cans and so forth, and it's got a built-in little pourer, the way it's made. You can handle it a little bit better. I keep that powder horn, has got 4F in it. I've got a flintlock pistol, and it uses 4F in the priming pan, and 3F and 4F. The F score is the size of the granule. 5F's like talcum powder, 4F is dust, 3F is a little more, all the way up to 1F that starts to look like broken pencil leads. Out of a rifle, you should shoot 2F or so forth. Out of a pistol, you should shoot 3F. Out of a muzzleloading shotgun, you should shoot 1F. Out of a cannon, you need to shoot cannon. And I shoot regular rifle powder out of a cannon all the time, but then again, I'm not trying to take over at Fort Sumter. I'm just trying to get the thing to bang a little bit. Okay, now powder safety. Powder is sensitive to shock. It is sensitive to friction. It is sensitive to heat. Okay? When you shoot a muzzleloading gun, you sit it down for a little while, and make sure that all of the ash and embers in it have cooled off. I mean, 10 minutes ought to be enough. And blow down it every once in a while like that. I do that. Now, let's talk about loading this gun after you've shot it and got it to shoot, and you're going to load it again. Okay. Now, I'll put the gun up there right there like that. And I get my charger. And I'll shake me some powder down there in my snout. This is actually a pistol charger. This charger nipple on here holds 20 grains. Okay. And then you pour your powder into your measurer. Kind of run your measure over a little bit, and then get it back down there where you need it. I still didn't do it. All right, this is a slow process, by the way. Now I'm using a 45 long Colt case. 45 long Colt case holds approximately 38 grains by volume. Now, pouring your powder in there. Get it away from your face. Have eye protection on. I should actually be wearing gloves. But, dump your powder in there. Get your powder dumped in there. Now, you got all your powder in there. You got your powder charge in there you want. Now, bump your gun on the ground. That gets all of your powder down in there. Now, find your ball. Now, I'm shooting a 44 caliber lead ball out of a 50 caliber muzzleloader. Why am I doing that? Well, I'm doing that because I want to be easy on the gun. I want to get the barrel seasoned, re-seasoned. I want to get all of the old powder, or all of the old rust, because they will rust. You can't stop them from doing it. Okay, they're going to rust a little bit over the year, and you typically can't stop them from doing it. So when you get out here and start doing this, you need to get out there and get you some seasoning shots in. Blow all your rust out of the barrel, because you sure can't oil it on the inside. I'm going to tell you right now. You put oil on the inside of a muzzle loading gun and shoot it, it may never shoot. Load it and clean it and then oil the inside of the muzzle loader, 9 chances out of 10 standing up like this. All that oil residue is going to go down here and you're done. It's over. You have to clean and clean and clean and clean, and people will get that gun. It's got a little bit of oil in that barrel because they didn't want that barrel to rust over the summer, and they'll take it out and shoot it, and that powder is fouled by that oil, and you're done. That's it. All right, let's shoot it one time right here at that 25-yard steel silhouette and see if we can hit it. I think I hit it. I don't know if I hit it or not. There's too much smoke. Okay, now how much powder do you need? Well, I go to Kentucky Gun Co. over in Bardstown and buy powder. They're a licensed dealer. You're allowed to have 25 pounds of black powder in possession at any given time, legally, and you're allowed to have 50 pounds total, but you can only transport 25 at a time legally without a license. So, I went over there 5 years ago and bought a case, which is 25 1-pound cans, and I'm down to about 5 or 6 cans now. I'm starting to explore going back and buying me another case. You're allowed to have 50 pounds in possession without a license. You're not allowed to sell black powder without a license, period. That means if your buddy comes along and he says, well, I'm out of black powder, I need to shoot a little bit, I'll give you $20 for a can of powder. Just give him the can of powder. Don't sell it. Don't get in that trap, okay? just give him the can of powder. Get a fruit jar, a good dry fruit jar, and run him about a half a pound in there and just give it to him. Don't get caught in a situation where somebody says, you know, you sold them some powder and you didn't have a license. Okay? Don't get in that trap, you know, because it's like a major deal. It's like the regulators don't really think much about black powder unless you break one of their silly little rules, which is you're not allowed to sell black powder without a license. Okay, not in any shape or form. Not 6 ounces, not a pound, not 100 pounds. You know, you're not allowed to say, well, I'll take $10 for a pound of powder. That's felony. Okay, it's federal crime. But you can hand that guy a bag with 10 pounds of powder in it and not accept any money for it, and you're good. So, you know, like that. Don't get caught in those traps. That's about it for black powder shooting and black powder safety and so forth. I'll see y'all when I see you. Like to take, share, commentate, and subscribe. Get out there and shoot an old smoke pole with you and have some fun. We'll see y'all.